Hello, everybody. It's Kathleen from Crafting Time. Hope you're all doing wonderful today. It's a nice Sunday, uh, snowy day here in Minnesota, and we're just going to have some good old fun. And I'm just pulling you up here just to make sure. I just did. There we go. So, we have some things. I'll put them all in a bag so everything will be like right here. I don't have to go and get them. And I have this essential tray. Bing, bing, bing. And the only thing I didn't bring was my, gotta get this out. We're going to make this into a tray that is, of course, 3-tier, and I have little items that we're going to put in it. Look how nice this came out. I love it. It's great. Not always. Not everything comes up that way. And then I picked up, because it's the only thing I bought lately that would be fun to work with, some little fairy tale things. I didn't make them this year. They're just little fun items. Very cute. This one, those are the only ones I bought. And then I bought some little fairy as well. So we're going to be using those. And let's see, I don't think I bought in. Oh, I had one more. These are the fairies, sorry. I thought that would be plenty. This, the rest here is for my work. I'm just checking my other bag here to make sure I didn't. I have a runny nose, guys. And I slept all afternoon. So those are all I bought for crafting time. Are these little fun items, right? So we're going to create using them. We're going to be using some moss, some paint. We're going to make this a tray. I am going to glue them in. We're going to use glue and also hot glue. A little of this and a little of that. Um, some whites just to wipe my hands off. Maybe that's what I used a lot of whites today. Maybe that's why I'm sneezing and choking. That great stuff. So I'm just opening these up because I like them open. I'll just set those right there. All right. So I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I think. Slide these over so we have some extra room. All right. So I'm going to have it go, I believe, as this way. And as you see, when it sits here, it leans at an angle. So I'm going to have to, um, if I hold it straight, I don't think, let's just see. When I hold it straight, it tips out. So whatever I put in will have to be secured fairly well. As you see, it falls out. But when I lean it back, it holds it. Let's just try a different item. That will fit. Again, when I hold it straight, it tips it out. And I think it does. It should do it the same. Oh, maybe it doesn't done this way. Look at that. That way it does. Why is that one so different? Okay, well, so this will become my top. So I'm going to remind myself that that's the top. I'm just going to stick a piece of tape there. I don't know why I need that tape, but I just did that. All right, so the top is going to be like above the ground. This is going to be like just below the ground. And this area is going to be the ground. Um, I don't know what just happened. Um, so let's kind of start. I'm going to use some blue. I'm going to use a dryer too. Let's grab some paintbrushes. I'm going to use my new paintbrushes, guys. I'll probably use those. And I'm going to use moss, and now you're not going to need a lot, so don't plan a lot in here. Just doing it kind of lightly. I am going to do it up here as well. Just going to kind of paint it. And guys, if it's not, it can be transparent. It doesn't have to be blue, blue, blue. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in here as well. Down just a little bit more. This is going to be the top. Just trying to take out my big brush marks. They can be a problem. Want it neat. Well, this is the first layer. So it looks like so. Now we're going to dry that. We might make that area a little bit. For some reason I'm sneezing. Just a quick dry. Now this is a plastic spray. Say hello if you're here, friends. Don't be shy. It's far from whatever I am. I don't think I'm that shy. And I'm just gonna add a dot more. Just cover up. I got a little bit less um, brush strokes in here. We want it looking nice. Nice and blue, especially in the background. Paints very nicely. You gotta remember when you repaint something, sometimes the paint's not dry underneath, so you have to be patient with it to accept the paint that you're using the second time. Now I got this inspiration from, I was out shopping, had to get a few things, just a tad more here. Like I said, just a tad, it's a drop and a half. And I saw something similar and I thought, oh, I can make that. I have everything but the little people. And then I thought, well, I looked around in the store I was at, and they wanted $10 for just one of these little things. And I thought, I wonder if my dollar store finally put their Easter out. They're very slow in my area. I go to another one out in Apple Valley, which is about 15 miles away. I'm going to bring this one down just a bit, kind of like I did on that one. So it's nice and it's pretty. There's a cup here for water. Where did my water go? My spare water, friends. And let's put my brush in there so it stays fresh. Now we're going to dry that because we're going to add a little bit of sun ray on one side of it because it's going to be the upper level. And it should dry fast if you're doing a thin coat. Just like so. Now I'm going to take some yellow. And again, I'm just going to use a small bit. I'm hoping my corner is dry because that's where I'm going to put it. And then you're going to take your other brush. I put it right in the corner there as you see it. I'm going to use a wide brush, kind of the round wide. And I'm just going to bring it out one direction. Turn my thing just a little bit to make it kind of round. And corner sunshine is hard to make, guys, so just know that. Quite curved the way you like it. So you have to kind of dab it sometimes. So you get something like so. Hope you can see that. Now I'm going to add some rays in there by just taking a thin brush and I'm just going to like streak it out. Giving it some rays. Then take your yellow brush again and then go back in and paint those areas that you just did. Put it down, take your brush again, go right over your rays that you did earlier, a second ago. Take the brush that you just used. I didn't add any paint here because my paint is still wet. Clean up your lines so you have just a ray. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little bit there. Brush in there. Now the bottom part we're going to do, I'm going to do like a green in the background and moss on the bottom. I'm sorry, not moss. I'm going to be using excuse me, uh, what is this called? Turf blend is what I'll be using on this part here. But we're going to make it just a little bit green. Oh, it came out like so much more than I needed. Just kind of, again, just kind of like smear it around like it's hilly. Sides. Now it's going to be opaque the first time. Don't let that bother you. Corners. It's going to be opaque. Always is the very first time you paint on. This is a plastic. This isn't glass. It's plastic. Okay, so it looks like so. Now I'm going to dry that. We're going to make it a little bit darker. Kind of fun. Hello, Natalie. How are you? Thanks for coming on. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I'm just drying this up. Doesn't have to be completely dry. Now I'm going to just take a dot. I did a much better dot that time. And I'm going to repaint what I just did with my green brush. And we're going to be decorating this, so it's not going to be like, I'm not going to have it like a kid's little deal. I hope it doesn't turn out that way. Just thought this would be kind of fun and different to do today. Wanted something maybe not everyone's done yet. You know, a lot of crafters follow each other and they do the same crafts. And I try to give you guys more opportunity to have. Now see, we got a nice little what do you call it? Scene going on there. Now I'm just drying it up again. Now we're going to use some moss. We're going to use some turf on this next area. My hot glue is ready. So on this part, I really do want my green to be dry. So and if you have brush strokes, friends, and they're going the way like I feel it would go, just leave them. It gives it a little character. Now this is my green is a gloss. We're going to be using my dryer a lot. So okay, so now we have a nice, good view of the, and you can see the marks here and stuff. We're going to leave those. We're going to be putting a little bush over on this side. Ooh, got to let that cool. Ooh, maybe I should shake it a little bit. It's pretty warm. Woo. Didn't think it got that hot. My hair dryer usually doesn't get that hot. Not that one anyway. Come on, cool off. So crazy. Plastic does. It heats up. It's like wire. We're going to keep going. Close that. We're going to add some moss first. And you're not going to need a lot. Now, I probably will sneeze and choke and all that stuff, guys. Don't worry about it. Now, I'm just taking a little clump to begin with. Shaking it off into my box and then trimming it off. Anything that's really wild. Now, this is going to become a bush over here in this corner. A little moss bush. I'm going to let that sit for just a second. And I'm just sliding my moss right into it. Kind of like pushing it in. Don't want it to be over. I'm going to tip it, shake it. Something like that in the corner. I might add a little bit towards the background. Again, I'm just going to snip it and lay it in the back of it. Split it up a little bit. I'm just going to do it right on the back crease here. And I just cut it in little slices, and I'm just going to lay it on the back part. And keep my fingernails out of it. I don't want big globs of it. Now I left this corner here just a little bit up because we're going to add some regular glue now. I use my extreme glue. We're going to poof in some of the turf to give it just that little bit of open. The other one. Where is it? There we go. So now I'm just going to add, gotta give it a little bit of time here. I gotta face it towards me a little bit. So I added some glue. Now I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to kind of like smear it around. Now I'm trying to get it right into that moss and right underneath it. And a little bit on this edge here. Your hot glue would not be able to do that. So I just smeared it like white paint. You're going to use a side. This has a side of holes, and then the other side is a where you can pour. But we're going to poof it. Like so. Now, as you see, it's white. Now I'm just going to pat it, getting it to stick. Kind of hard to get it to move around when it's and I just kind of like put it back on. let it down, put it back on, kind of pat it, especially on the edge here. And I'm just going to pat off the rest. So you have a nice little bottom that's covered fairly good. It's not going to be perfect. It can be if you do it like 2 or 3 times. Alright, so I'm just going to clean off this. We're going to be using that again in just a little bit. I want this to be a little bit cleaner. There we go. Don't look at my chair. That's all I can say. Alright, so now we're down into the second level, and we're going to kind of like wipe that off just a bit. Now we haven't really decorated. We only added what the ups, this is going to be above ground, this is going to be just below ground, and this is going to be, I don't know what that was, below ground, way, deeper. So the next one is going to be using the poof again. So we're going to be adding this glue here. That works really nice, but squeezing it and getting that to come out is so much easier, guys. Just like so. Now I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to just spread this all around. Now again, this is going to be the just below ground, so it's not going to be very much darker. And as you see, I'm just kind of like smearing it around. I do like to get dirty on some of my crafts. And I'm making sure I do my edge here. My fingernail's a little bit too long. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of brown because we're just below, come on, the ground. My brush. I'm going to get it wet first because I want to have it blend in with the glue. So now I'm just going to kind of smear it right in with the glue because we're just below the ground now. Now this might dry a little opaque, but we're not going to worry about that. And we're going to add a little bit of the moss down on this part of it to make it look more grassy. You can make yours any way you like. There is no right or wrong way to make a little fairy gnome here. Just kind of taking out the little big globs I got in the corners here. Really mixing that paint in. So it looks like so. It's brown. This is the back of it. This is what it looks in the back. This will dry clear, and then the brown will show through. I didn't want that to look too perfectly perfect because when you go underground, it's not perfect, guys. Just FYI. So now we're going to take a little bit of the moss. Again, I'm just taking off little bits. I am going to add a little bit on that edge. Like so. Then we're going to go up. Again, I'm not using a large amount at a time, just a small amount. It just makes it easier to work with. Lay it on its side. Packing it down. We're going to add things inside there. Again, I'm going to do this side as well. Grab a hunk before I put the hot glue on. Not a lot again. Just a little bit. Stuff makes me sneeze, so if I start sneezing, don't worry. It's only allergies. Well, let's put some hot glue in there so we can use some. I just pack it right down to the edge. So you have kind of like roots and everything. Now I'm just packing it down. Don't want it to be too far out, like so. And then I'm just going to do a light puffing of this. You see how I made it look a little bit darker, but not green. It's a little green, but not too green. I hope you can see that. Okay. Now the bottom level, again, I'm just going to wipe that out. I was hoping to get well, maybe I have enough green in my brush to blend this line a little bit. Somebody's thumb had to hit it. Wonder whose thumb. Super cute, right? Now this is going to be the dark. This is going to be dark. So I am going to do black first because that's the lower level, lowest level the gnomes and fairies go. We're going to add black first. And I'm going to add a little bit of gold. Okay, a little lot of gold. And a touch of brown. And we're just going to paint that. I'll just use my green brush. Just gives it a kind of a fun depth look. Show you in just a second. A hot glue stream here. I'm just kind of going the other direction now with the little extra paint I have in here. Just to make sure everything gets painted. I want that to stay multiple color there, so I'm just basically finishing off my edges. I already have a stem in there. Super cool. See the gold and everything. Now we're going to dry that just as it is. It's going to be a little bit moist because it's not going to dry completely. Oh, wait, we can put a little bit of this, some sort of, you know. Not much. Just to give it a base. Let it soak in a little bit. And I'm drying from up above so it doesn't like splay out. Now we're almost ready to get it full. Hi, Debbie. How are ya? Having a granddaughter. Woo! Yay, you made it live. Hi, Cindy. Glad you made it live. We're making a little fairy ground. Gnomes and fairies. Now, as you see, I made it 3 different levels. Above ground, just below ground, and way low ground. The dark ground. And I'm not worried about those little air holes. You see them? We're just going to leave them. And of course, we're going to let that cool. I'm going to just kind of dry it all up now. Now, what I like to do is I take this. I found something. I'm going to flip it over. Now, I know where my top is, so I can take that off. Sometimes I start at the bottom. Now, on the bottom, I'm going to paint this. There's a little square on each one of these. You can see there's like a little bit of a square on each one. I'm going to paint that square. This one's going to be painted blue. This one's going to be painted a green. And this one is going to be painted brown. And the reason I do that is for those air holes. So this one's going to be brown. And I'm just doing inside the square. Center is going to be green. And blue. More blue than I needed. I don't know. When I pour paint, guys, it's so crazy. I just like pour it. Then I have to deal with all the excess. So, I'm going to take the brown. Has a little bit of brown and gold. It's a wet brush. And I'm just going to paint in this little square. Terrible right-handed. I'm very left-handed, guys. I'm going to take my dirty white. And just wipe off these little edges. Because I missed. Just want it inside that little square. Now we'll do the green. You could also use brown, but it shows through the other side once the paint is. Sometimes the green needs two coats. Just my green is so thin. Trying to keep the streaks out. I am going to have streaks though, just because I have a heavy hand. Again, I'm taking my dirty wipe and I'm just going around the edges. And then our blue. It has a little bit of brown in it because my water's been mixed. So let that just stops all that extra little misses you might have on the front. This is just a fast way of covering it up and making it look kind of cool. I was with my sister today for a few minutes and I brought her leprechauns. She just loves them. She posted it. I hope you go and check them out. Her post. She posted on my regular page, and my name's Kathleen Long, so you can find that post. Sprinkle it forward. It's fun to do leprechauns and such. I made her one for her family because I know they like stuff like that. And her son claimed it as his own. Like I made it for him. So she called me back and said, "Can I make her one for James' shop because he took it?" So that's how I ended up making a second one. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my wipe and I'm wiping my edges. That's why I ended up doing another one last night. That was the reason for that. I thought it was cute. Okay, so now we're going to dry those. Again, it won't take long because it's a thin coat. And they're going to have streaks and stuff. We're not even worried about that. Give the character whatever shows through. Now it can just dry by itself. So now we have the three different layers. We have the upper layer here, which gives us the um, above ground, the first level below ground, and then we have the lower level underneath. So let's continue. Oh, that wasn't dry. Now I did it. Um, it wasn't dry in that spot, guys. Guess I have to dry it a little bit more here. Now, plastic doesn't like to be painted. You have to keep that in mind. It absorbs the paint and it disappears in the magic land. So I don't know where it goes. Better, a little wet. A little wet. But it's going to work. So I won't put my thumb there. So we still have it. And as you can see, it's drying. You can see the roughness of it in there. Now we're going to add a little bit of moss hanging down from the top there. So I have to tip it this direction. Grab some moss first. Again, it's just a pinch full. I'm going to tip it towards me. I'm going to put, oops, stay there. Stop it. Twig. And I'm going to put a line right here. And lift it up a little bit and kind of like cover that edge. My finger. Just giving it a little fairy look. My hands were wet, so when I touched the back, it probably put my fingerprint there. You know, all my crafts have fingerprints. So now we have a little bit of, you know, moss, and we're going to kind of like pull it down just a bit. See it like hanging down like roots. It's kind of the effect I'm looking for. Looking good, right? All right, now let's get our little fun little creatures and let's see what we can create. Let's move this stuff out first. I'm going to keep my yellow out because I might do that sunshine a little bit brighter. I never did use my purple. I was going to. And we're pretty much done with this unless you want to add more in there. You could. I'm not going to. I want our decorations to fulfill what we're going to do next. We are done with our liquid glue. Do that later. So let's take a look at what we have. Now these again are fairy garden little um, items. This is like a little beehive, so that would be more on the top. Um, this one has like directionals. It has a little light, so I'm going to put that one towards the bottom. This one says welcome, and that will probably go into this area. They have to be hot glued in. And I use Gorilla Glue. Live, laugh, and love. That might go in that section. And then we have some little fairies and gnomes. And what's this one? This one has a very cute, like, welcome. That one's kind of big. And it has a bridge, and I thought I could somehow attach it here. That might be interesting. I tell ya, I get myself into these. And I got 3 little fairies. And I have 3 gnomes. I thought I bought a tree, but I don't see it, so bummer. So this one's going to be glued here. It would have been nice if I had 2 of them to kind of like... It's just a little short. How is that going to happen? Where are my blocks? These could help. Don't know where my Jenga blocks went, but we'll use some white blocks. I glued those. So, how high does that make that? Not very. Jenga blocks. I have my Jenga blocks. Did I, bud? Second. Let me look here. I know I have some Jenga blocks. Those little ones aren't going to be high enough. There's a whole slew of them. Well, we cut this. We lift it up. Where's my big scissors? And don't like it when I can't find what I'm looking for. I don't want to cut it. Oh, wait. I found them. They're right here underneath the... I got a bunny, guys. That's better. Save that. Okay. And then we have some pots that we're going to use as well. Got some little pots. Ooh, they look humongous in this thing. But they're little. Super cute. Right. All right. Hi, Southern Rustic. Hi, Lisa and Alan. How are you guys? Okay, so now this is going to conclude here. Maybe we'll put two, like these two blocks. That should be like the perfect height. I'm not even going to worry about the naturalness of them. I'm going to do it at an angle. So it's going to go like right so. Now this is going to be glued on. Guess I'm going to need a third one. Boy, did I guess that one wrong, huh? I was better off with the pipe. But it's just this one that's going to go right across. Oh, that's better. Gives it a nice balance. Doesn't have to be straight, guys. You can make it curvy. I angled it just a bit, moving it through the corner like so. Now, this area, we'll put a couple fairies up at the top. I'm going to put this live, laugh, and love probably about right here. Now, these have a little bit of a dent in them, but hey, have fun with it. If you need to stick something behind it, stick something behind it. I'm just going to fill this in like with glue. Let's try that again. And I'm just going to hold it in place because, as you know, that top is at a very big angle. So I'm just holding it in place. I'm trying to anyway. It will hold. Now, before it dries completely, we're going to poof it, covering up that glue shine. See how I poofed it? Now that glue shine is gone. And it's stable. Now this one I'm going to have down here, give the basement some light. And let's see, what other ones? We're going to have the beehive up here, maybe about where the walk is. Maybe towards the back here. Gosh, I wish this would just like stay here so I can. I'm going to add that beehive like right there. Good amount. Make sure my beehives are right direction. I'll leave this up here. I'm just going to poof it again. I'm running out of spaces, guys. Now we're going to put moss around this part of it as well, but not yet. We got that. Then we have, this is a cute little welcome. That could go, oh, that could be actually glued right up here. That'll be fine. This one says welcome, and that one can come here. We're going to glue that one kind of like smack in the corner. I'm going to add some glue right behind this handle or the sign just to help keep it in place. Now the moss is covering up the glue there. Seems to all be sticking. Look how fun this is getting, guys. Now we haven't added anything. We'll put the light down here. Look at all these hot glues. I think I'll put the light over here in the corner. Let's see. We have this little trinket. Could put that down here, give it some light. And I have no idea what this is, but this can go right like at the tip here. Just making a fun little fairy garden, guys. I have no idea what a fairy garden looks like. I have my own image in my head. Doesn't mean it is what it is. And I'm going to add a little bit back here in case I have to hold them for a second. Now our little peoples and stuff can go in between. Now that didn't stay. Let's figure out why. Probably because my paint's wet down there. That one stayed. So I staggered them. I don't want anything to look glossy. Okay, it feels like it all stayed. Now we have our cute little people. Now we could put, we got 2 girl gnomes, 3 girl gnomes. We got 3 fairies, 1 reading a book. So maybe go there. This one's meditating. Can go here. And this one's saying, oh my gosh. And that might be cute up here at the top. And our little gnome guys, gals can maybe just go like they're talking to each other down here. Now we'll glue them in. And I just noticed that. So we have a dark one and a white one. And, okay, they're all different colors. So we have a white, an Indian, or maybe Native American looking skin, and a black. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I try to be fair to everybody. So we'll put it there. I want you guys to be able to see, and they just keep sliding on me. So this gnome is going to go, I think, right here, right by the light. light can just stick. Now they will all stick, guys, after it's been all glued and sit for the night. So I'm not worried. It will all stick. Especially if I don't touch them. And this guy, I might just somehow glue her right down here. Where's that other fairy? And this is going to go at the top. So yeah, this one can glue. We'll add some moss down here, and she can be glued right onto the walkway. She can be in charge of the walkway. And we'll put some moss down here on her, underneath her. Or it doesn't look like she's just hanging there. And I'm wondering if I should put a glue, let's do that. So I'm giving her a little support. And then we're putting the green moss around the bottom. We'll cover that up. I think that will work just fine. My light isn't staying where I want it, and my other guy got knocked off, so we got to fix this too. I'm going to let those longer pieces just hang. Look how cute this is getting, guys. It's becoming really cute. Of course, yours might be even cuter, so don't think that this is the best. All right, try it again. So guy, he's going to get his super fun. This is. I'm so talented. Thank you. You are talented, guys. You're very talented. You know what? My mind plays all day long. I see things. You know, God gave me a very, very, very creative mind, and not just for crafting either, friends. God's given it to me where I can see things where I don't know why this one isn't staying in that spot. Everyone else stayed. Let's just wipe it clean, and then we'll go over it afterwards. Um, but seriously, it had a piece of plastic on it. Maybe I'll put this one out. Might have to E6000 it. But I've even helped people when they're doing things, friends, and all of a sudden I find a better way for them. It's just crazy how it works. Hi, Eleanor. How are you? I'm doing good. Having problems with this one little craft here all of a sudden, but okay. Turn that off as well. Maybe this will help. My lower paint is still a little wet down here, so don't touch them. It's super cute. Look how cute that is, guys. I just felt, oh, that. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure something out for this one spot. Could be that I am bumping it and moving it around too much. That doesn't have time to stick. Love it. This is so fun. Look at that. Oh, now who did that? Come back here. Oh, I didn't glue her in. She don't have one bit of glue on. She's reading a story. This is a chair tray, guy, or what do they call these trays? Those kind of trays. And we made it into our own little fairy story land. Gotta lower it down because this one's gonna go up here, right at the edge, where it says welcome. I don't know if it's, and when it stands up, it's gonna be like that. Good catch. Now, I gotta turn it towards me a bit. Gosh, my pants turned black. And she has her hands going like this. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta be up here. We're gonna, let's see, where is my glue? We're gonna have to use a special glue up here. I could use Velcro. That's not a bad idea. That might work. Give it a try. Why not? So I don't think my hot glue is going to work, and I don't see my E6000 or the other one. What's the other one called? That way, if I find something other than what I like, I'm going to have to find some 6,000 because these hot glue's not sticking. Of course, I just hit that one fat belly. Tell your friends. Best not to touch the crafts until they're done. I have to use these on the bottom too. The middles are staying, but I don't know why. Velcro's making it poof. Super adorable. Now look at that. Now I'm going to just take some moss and I'm going to just kind of like put it down around the edge just to give it an earthly look. Or actually, we could use a little bit of this around the edge. I think a little moss would look cuter. This, my small pots, I thought would be really cool to use in here, but they're 3/4 of my dish, so I didn't. So now I'm just going to go and snaggle in some hot glues here and there. Maybe I could add on a strip right on the edge here, just to give it a gnomish look. So I'm going to just cut off a little strip. I don't want too much moss in there. So just give it an extra a little edging fun. If you don't like it, we can take it off. Not going all the way up. And we're going to do another side on there. Let me show you what that kind of looks like. This kind of finishes off the edge here. Kind of blends in, but yet it's soft, cozy, homey type of look. Let me cut off another strip. This is just an old scarf. I got, I think, Dollar Tree. I only bought it for the fabric for gnomes. Sorry, I'm just cutting down on my leg here. Really softened it up. These guys I might have to I'm not stretching it. I'm just putting it on lightly. I ran out of hot glue. Hi, Becky. Such a cute little thing I made here, guys. It's kind of spendy. You know, every time you spend $1 and a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that, it gets a little spendy, but hey, I think this is cute and adorable. And then I think I'll do one across the bottom here. Maybe a dark one already? I don't. Okay, so we have to do a small piece. I cut it crooked, so it's going to be what it is. Turn this around. Melted off the bottom of my light. Just giving it that soft little cozy. I might actually add moss right onto this part, onto the bottom. Stop it. I'm just pressing it down. I think I'll add a little bit of grass, I think, or not grass, moss here at the bottom. I just think that will kind of finish off the. I got sticks in this moss. I pay so much money for moss, and I get all these sticks. I don't like it. And it's not very. To me, it feels like straw painted. Truly. Now this is giving me a little extra edge here. To help hold that on. Gives it better grip. Super cute little fun tray. Now this is pretty heavy. I'm not joking. It's pretty heavy. It's probably heavier than a lot of things um, that I've made. I didn't think it would be that heavy, but it truly is. So you're definitely going to want, when you hang it, to have a good hanger to, you know, probably come up here and hang right behind there. I'm going to wait till it's all dry before I add a hanger. But there you go. This is my little gnome city. Fairies. Fairies into gnomes into I got my fairies and my gnomes chit-chatting there. And then my gnomes family down underneath. Super, super adorable. I love it. I love how it turned out. Even with my brown fingerprints that I put on the back, I'll be painting those to make those cover up, and the backing here. Here just helped enhance the colors in the back. Like right here, the glue has dried, and now you can see the green. Do you see? That's why we painted the back. So it shows through where the paint and the glue did not. Glue turns clear. So that's how you kind of cover up that idea. And if you don't want the light showing, I kind of like the light showing. So that's why I don't do in this area or the sides, because it gives it that little extra lighting. Now, if you had twinkle lights, and I don't have them because they have not come in, I'm waiting for a very long time. You could add twinkle lights around the side, but I'm not going to. I think I like it just the way it is. I think it's super cute. And then on top, it has this fun little, um, welcome sign with the little fairy to give you the little bit of story. She's starting to read you the story. You come down here and you can talk about the story. He's sitting there meditating, and she's, what is she doing anyway? She's holding something in her hand. I'm not sure what it is. Holding her braid maybe. Coming down to see him sitting there quietly. And down here, they are just doing their normal little gnome stuff, making things happen with the, I'm going to call this a spinning wheel and a little bit of light. I don't know, make a story up, right? Have some fun with it. I hope you like it. What do you all think? It's cute, or you don't like it, or I should throw it away and start all over? I'm not going to do that. But it is our project for tonight. I think it came out adorable. Like I said, I'm going to just let it all sit overnight, and I'm going to keep it in an upright position so the glues can just stick where I want them. And if it does fall off, um, it can be, I have to find a safe spot for it to stand. But once it's all dry, I'll be able to put the hanger on and hang it up on the wall. But it's super cute. I don't see any hearts and love, but that's okay. Not everybody likes gnomes and fairies. I don't make them very often, but I think it came out super, super cute. I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. And you can tell the lighter area and then the dark area. It's nice. I'll show you one more time if I can. Here's the top. And they're staying in there pretty well. Pretty nice. Well, thank you everybody for coming on, and it's a cute idea. Yes, it is. Um, Fun to do. If you have children and you want them to do something, I would hand them something like this and some paint and some moss and just let them create their own little story. It's kind of a fun little idea, guys. Well, this is what I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Um, let's see, tomorrow is Monday, so I should be in around 7:30, 8 o'clock. No, it'll probably be about 8:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah, Monday. Yeah, be about 8 o'clock. So. Super cute. I love it. She actually looks like she fell down the slide. Boom. So everyone have a good night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks so much for coming. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.